The app I will be reviewing is called Chinese Skill. I actually have this on my phone as well to study for Chinese because I need to test out of it for the education school. And so this app for the iPad or the iPhone is basically to help you learn Chinese or review Chinese, um, writing, listening, and other methods. So in regards to the app criteria that we were given for Bloom's taxonomy, in pretty much all of these areas of remembering, understanding, apply, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, it does pretty well. You can remember, it forces students to remember because you have these little tests after the lessons. Um, if you were to go into one of these, it has the lessons, and then after the lesson, you'll have to test before it'll unlock the next lesson. I've actually tested out of pretty much everything in this app before when I first opened it up. So that is one kind of downside, is that it is a pretty basic level. The other thing is it really does limit your creation. Some of the tests do require that you write Chinese characters, but I don't really feel like that's creating per se, more like copying and regurgitating, basically showing you know things, but it's not really analyzing. Um, it's just kind of regurgitating facts. It's qualified as a researcher app because it allows you to find and categorize materials into different categories. They have the different lessons split up into question, time, tense, country, and verb, and stuff like that. Um, it does let you make your own review materials, and here you can add characters, favorites, flashcards to it, so that's pretty cool. So those are some cool skills. It does in the communication and 24 sensory skills. You can connect to some social media like that, and share things. I currently have mine, so you can't see me from other people, but that's just because this is for this app review. Um, so it's also a linguistic focus because it's a language app. So you mainly focus on language. You do work on reading a little bit, but a lot of it's listening. It does allow connectivity in its settings, which is pretty cool. It does have pretty low personalization. It does let you make a limited amount of your own review materials, but you can see 568, 1033. There's not that many options. If it's not in here already, um, you pretty much can't add it. So that's got low personalization. You can share it to different platforms. There are different methods of studying and testing in here, but um, that's pretty limited. You can share on, I think it's the settings or discover. You can share on one of these while you're on the app. Um, all these categories are good for logistic except user friendliness. A lot of times you have to do them in order, which is kind of irritating for people like me who are maybe above the level of this app but want to review and can't really flip through some of the lessons very fast. Some of the limitations are due to it being a light version, like they mentioned in her kind of presentation, is it's a light version. They do want you to buy the premium. Since I don't want to do that, they give me less services, which is what I paid for, as in nothing. It has low fluency. So fluency kind of talks about like going in and out of the app. And I just feel like this is not a great app for going in and out of the app. It's a good review guide, maybe introductions for someone that doesn't know anything or at a very low level. But it stops at the board of the app. Basically, it doesn't pull things in and out of the app easily. You can't really save new things, add new things, re-download, and I feel like this is more of a substitution and maybe augment because you do have. I'll open one of these up. It does say things. It's really cute. It's kind of fun to play with because it says things. Um, See, it'll say like the color for you, which is a really big deal in Chinese. A lot of people don't realize what the pronunciation has to do. it's just very formatted already, and you can't really change things to a different format and say, hey, test me on pronunciation, test me on some of the things that are pretty important for Chinese. So overall, I like this app, but it's not a perfect app by any means. A lot of the Chinese apps are really good about, making you pay for the good ones. But for a free one, I actually have used this before. It's kind of neat to do in my free time. Thank you.